Well guys, it is later in the evening. As you can tell where we are, 74 Motors here in Redline, PA. I'm actually taking off the front lip. It's about 8:30-ish at night, 8:45 at night. I just got back on a really fun cruise. I was driving for a solid 2 hours or so, just all around York County. I went up and down 30 a couple times. I was honestly just looking for people to cruise with, you know, talk to some people. When I went to Chick-fil-A for lunch this afternoon, I met another kid named Pat with a Veloster. So I'm just honestly, I haven't been into the cars or the car scene in years, that it literally feels so awesome. I just did an awesome rip down this back road with some dude on a Harley, and he loved it. He was right on my butt. It was a lot of fun just going down these windy roads. He just couldn't get enough of it. He even did a burnout for me, and I wish I recorded that. But we're taking off the front lip because, as you guys know, she is a bit busted, missing a whole section here, and then we're all shark-toothed over here, which I'll show you guys once I pop this off. So yeah, let's get her off real quick. All right. Ooh. Double-sided tape I'll have to get off with a plastic razor blade, or it might just peel off half decent. Out with the old. As you guys see, this section's just completely gone. And then what I think caused that was, you know, all the stress on this end. I don't know if it bent real hard, but I have to send this back to ECS. So let me go grab the other lip. It's in the back, and it should be just as quick as it was to take it off to put it back on. Bang, bang, we have the new lip. Should be pretty easy, should be nice and quick, and then we'll be rocking and rolling, and the car will be looking complete again, because it just looked super haggard with the broken front lip. Huge shout out to ECS for replacing this. Really appreciate it. And I think tomorrow, like I said, today is Friday. I think tomorrow, I'm gonna try going down to my first ever Hunt Valley horsepower down there in Maryland. See what's going on, wake up early, get rolling, something to do. Michaela's over at her parents' place down at the Bay, so she's coming home tomorrow afternoon, and then we have stuff with my family later in the afternoon. So it's about 45 minutes from me. Figured might as well wake up and roll out. So we'll see if we do that tomorrow, but let's get this lip on. Sweet, back to looking absolutely awesome. This gives the car just the complete look with the aero. And yeah, I'm happy. I just got to be super cautious and pay more attention when I'm driving. It's just having the rear diffuser, I absolutely need a front lip. You know, I feel like you can get away running a front lip and not having a rear diffuser. It's going to be a little hard back here for you guys to see, but you guys should know what the diffuser looks like. Just absolutely completes the look of the car. Let's pull it out of here. Also, really quick, the 98 Toyota Land Cruiser VX, imported from Japan, 4.2 liter 1HD FTE inline 6 turbo diesel, is for sale. If you are interested, basically our plan is to run it to the auction, but if you're interested and you're serious, DM me on Instagram. We're talking $18,000 for a diesel vehicle with around 130,000 miles. I daily drove this thing for almost an entire year with zero hiccups. Driven it from the bottom of the state where I live to the top of the state. You name it, I've driven this thing everywhere. I even drove it the whole way up to Massachusetts for Christmas one time. Thing is absolutely reliable if you know anything about Toyotas, especially the imported ones, especially the diesels. That's a very good deal. So DM me on Instagram if you are interested. Well, I ended up not going to Cars and Coffee. Yesterday on Saturday, I literally had the worst allergies I've had in a long time with a migraine that literally felt like someone smacked me in the head with a hammer all day. So I was pretty much down and out. I visited my family and then I basically went home and just relaxed for basically the entire day. But we officially put 1,000 miles on the MK7 GTI. So I just kind of wanted to go over everything. I just pulled over here to shoot some photos, and I basically wanted to talk about every single modification that we have done to the GTI since purchasing it. And now, like I said, it has 1,000 miles on the Stage 2 setup. So we're gonna go over everything you can see and basically everything you can't see. So let's start on the inside of the car. Basically, the only modifications on the inside of the car are the ECS carbon composite steering wheel with the carbon fiber overlay. I really don't mind that these two carbon fibers mix and match. They didn't have a carbon composite overlay, and the factory silver that's underneath here was starting to look like crap. So we have the ECS carbon composite steering wheel with a nice perforated leather with red stitching on the sides. We have the Pioneer head unit installed by Best Buy. Super awesome. We will be replacing the shift knob and shift boot soon, but not yet. And then we have our Cobb Accessport over here, which the guy from Best Buy routed super nice and tucked everything, giving it a really nice kind of OEM look with the Cobb window mount. So that's basically it for the interior. Nothing else was done at all. Oh, actually, I'm lying. We do have floor mats. Instead of just the black factory mats that came with the car, we have the nice black and red GTI mats, which look really good with the seats, steering wheel, and when I get my shift knob and boot, that'll all tie in very nicely. So moving to the exterior of the car, we have the windows tinted, I think like 35%, to be honest. I don't even know. So that's just one of those things. It's kind of one of the first things to do. It's one of the last things that I did. We went for performance first. Also, we have the ECS wing extension. This is not the carbon fiber one. The carbon fiber one came out another few inches, but I really do like this. It ties in nice with the factory plastics here and just gives the car an extra look in the rear, which I just think looks absolutely awesome. And then walking around, stating the obvious here, we have Enkei RPF1s with wrapped in Nitto NeoGen tires. These tires are super sticky, super awesome, very happy with them. And then we have our ECS Big Brake upgrade kit, drilled and slotted rotors and pads as well. Everything will be linked in the description, by the way. So yeah, these are just the ECS PowerStop brakes, I believe. I honestly don't remember off the top of my head, but like I said, I will definitely find a link for that. We have the ECS tuning banner, kind of hard to see going across the windshield. Then we have the ECS front lip. This is the new one, not the one that I broke. So as you guys saw in the video, I got that on earlier and it looks absolutely great. And then let's go to the rear of the car for one last exterior mod. We have the rear diffuser back here, which gives it such an awesome look, especially with these little canards that come out the side. And then obviously, this is not really something on the exterior, but kind of is, the exhaust. We did the ECS muffler delete and resonator delete with the ECS tuning 4-inch tips, which sound absolutely phenomenal. I'm gonna try my best to mic up and get you guys a really cool driving clip here, hopefully pretty soon. On my way to go pick up some dinner. Let's pop the hood now and talk about all the mods underneath the hood. So super obvious, we have an intake. This is a integrated engineering intake. Came with all the piping. Back here we have, you can kind of see that red there, that is the ECS diverter valve spacer. We have the ECS tuning front strut bar, super nice, stiffens everything up. We have the CTS turbo catted downpipe, 3.5-inch high flow catted downpipe. And then basically the things that you guys can't see are the upgraded intercooler, which goes in the OEM location. I did not go for a front mount, you know, kind of give it that sleeper look in a way, although we're not pushing big power here. But we have the ECS upgraded intercooler, huge core, absolutely nice. And then what you guys can't see also is the Stage 2 clutch and flywheel as well. So that's basically all of the mods that we have. And then we have installed on the access port the Stage 2 tune from Cobb, their off-the-shelf Stage 2 tune. So yeah, that's pretty much everything that we've done to the car. And like I just mentioned, we're sitting at around 1,000 miles in this total setup, and it's been absolutely awesome. The clutch broke in perfectly. It still chatters like crazy at idle, but realistically, as far as just stopping and going, it's absolutely phenomenal. I couldn't be more happy with this car and how it's set up. Honestly, it's been a blast. And let's just try to get some driving clips for you guys with some exhaust notes. Driving around for you guys, a couple little small pulls. Also, I'm very thankful that the AC absolutely booms in this thing. It's fully recharged ever since the radiator, condenser, and intercooler had to get swapped out. So that's super nice. I'm very thankful for that, especially on a day like today when it is literally reading 94 degrees. Absolutely gotta love that. And yeah, so that was just a little video. And I think, like I said, I kind of mentioned it in my last video with the exhaust, that I was going to do like a pure driving video, and I still intend on doing that. I just got to find a day, a nice morning, a quiet morning where I can set up my cameras and really just go for a proper drive, and that'll be coming very soon. Hopefully that'll be next video. Drop some comments below on what you guys think of the setup, of what you guys think of the car in general, and what kind of content would you guys like to see with the MK7 GTI. And with that being said, I will see you guys in the next video. If you are new here, please hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video.